Start, you've done it all throughout your career. What was it about Brian's script and this character that resonated with you and made you want to be a part of this project?
I loved the script. I loved the character. I loved the fact that he was going to have to deal with his past
Mm.
and in a very big way. And I thought it would be very cool to explore that. And then all the action that ensues from that, I thought would be really fun, but also challenging to take on. And it was both of those things. But I'm at an age and a place in my career and my life where uh, I can play a man with a haunted past and relate to that.
Mm.
Everybody has the things they've been through, and I thought it'd be really interesting to take that into this character and let him unfold. And again, play a guy who has buried so much, and watch him have to deal with that.
Perfect segue with this next question, but it's established really early on that Peter's lost so much in his life, which has led him to solitary confinement, and you've brought so much depth and nuance to that journey. But when Madison's character arrives claiming to be his daughter, it forces him to revisit his past and those old wounds. As an actor, how did you create the space for yourself to dive into that emotional arc?
Well, she was playing a character that was the same age as my daughter now. So I actually
Mm.
have a daughter that age, and I've
Yeah.
had that. Luckily, with Madison, I was meeting her for the first time. With my daughter, it's been the entire journey. But I think whenever an actor plays a character that has a child and you have like that parallel, I think is the biggest
Mm.
thing that there really is to draw from, because that's sort of this unspoken thing, and something that can only be experienced. And so I think things like that are kind of effortless when you have raised a child. In a lot of ways, it's a source of a lot, it's sort of an emotional well. And so with Madison playing a girl the same age as my own child, it sort of unlocked plenty for me.
Mm. Peter's paternal instincts immediately kick in upon that arrival, and you really believe that father-daughter dynamic. What was it like getting to collaborate with Madison and build that dynamic that we see on screen? And she's also such a up-and-coming talent in this
Oh
industry. Did
yeah.
you share any words of advice or wisdom with her?
She was so professional and so good that we just got along great, professionally and personally. She's a really, really cool girl, and like I said, really talented. And she's got a great head on her shoulders. She's got a very bright future.
But you're also starring opposite such a legend in John. What did you learn about your own craft working alongside him, and how did feeding off what he was giving you as a scene partner help elevate your own performance, which is fantastic in this film?
I think with John, he likes to keep things interesting for himself. He's been doing this at a high level for a long time, and it was really cool to watch him just make very offbeat choices, because then that would put me in a position to have to go in that
Mm.
direction. And he's so good at what he does that he can kind of move you around with him. And it was a really cool experience for me to sort of learn that lesson, to just stay loose, stay open, and just do the scene with that person and listen. When you work with John, you have to listen.
And this is such an action-packed thriller from start to finish with so many incredible fight sequences. How did that physicality allow you to further tap into your character? And what was that prep work like?
The prep work was intense. We only had a handful of days before production to learn, for me to learn those sequences, and I practiced them endlessly. And as they would come up, I'd really hone in on each day's work. Dan Rizzuto came up with the stunt coordinator, who I've worked with twice
Yeah.
now and love. Came up with some incredible work, but very, very challenging. It was a big endeavor, and we all came together and made it happen. It was physically the biggest challenge I've had in any movie I've made, and
Mm.
I'm very, very proud of that.
Kami also has an extensive background in stunts. How did his extensive background in this field allow you to push each other as creatives, particularly with those action sequences?
Yeah, Kamani was phenomenal, and having him there, Dan was there most certainly for all the sequences, which Kamani was also very helpful in. But just the day in, day out, every little nuance, because I'm moving a lot. Like I'm always like, once the action starts, it doesn't stop,
Yeah.
and I have Kamani by my side the entire time. Just it's incredible how to enter a room, how to what needs to be done, maybe try this, maybe try checking this. And it was just really, really nice having somebody with that background. I was able to relax and know I was being given good advice,
within the
which let me focus on my performance because I knew physically he was taking me down the right path.
Mm, yeah, and there's something for everybody within this film. When it hits theaters tomorrow, what do you hope they take away? And is there a scene in particular you're really excited for them to see?
The whole thing I'm excited about, and I think what people will take away is that it's a great fun movie with a lot of heart. But and what I kind of view it as is just it's this real movie that's a character study of real people that also has a ton of action and it's just super fun to watch. And I'm just proud of all of it. I'm proud of the story. I'm proud of the action, and I'm really proud of the movie.